In our video, you'll learn 17 geographical facts about Oklahoma like these. You'll learn so much more that by the end of the video, you'll be asking, how can all this be in the same state? If you think Oklahoma is just the tornado state, you're mistaken. Once you learn the geographical facts, your opinion will completely change. Because in this state, there is a place unlike any other in the geography of the United States that borders 4 states at once, and that's just the beginning. Oklahoma has a hidden meteor crater, a 6-mile deep well that goes down to the bottom of the earth, sand dunes that look like a desert, and even hourglass-shaped crystals found only in the state of Oklahoma. In our video, you'll learn 17 geographical facts about Oklahoma like these. You'll learn so much more that by the end of the video, you'll be asking, how can all this be in the same state? If you're ready, let's get started. There is a county in the United States that directly borders 4 states. To the north lies Kansas, to the northwest Colorado, to the west New Mexico, and to the south, our state of Texas. The place I'm talking about is Cimarron County, located at the very tip of the Oklahoma Panhandle. When you stand at a single point here, you are simultaneously touching 5 different political regions. This is a unique situation in the geography of the United States. That's why Cimarron County is one of the strangest and least known places, not only in Oklahoma, but in the entire geography of America. There is such a road in the geography of America. This legendary road, which starts in Chicago and stretches all the way to the Pacific Ocean, passes through many states over thousands of kilometers. Interestingly, the longest and most iconic part of this road passes through Oklahoma. The road is called Route 66. Approximately 400 miles of it pass through the state of Oklahoma. It is one of the longest preserved sections in a single state. You can see motels, neon signs, gas stations, and roadside signs dating back to the 1950s. There are some places in the world that appear very small on a map but are geologically unique. The Great Salt Plains of Oklahoma are one such place. What makes this place special is that it is the only place in the world where hourglass-shaped selenite crystals form naturally. Selenite crystals can be found in many places around the world. However, hourglass-shaped ones are only found in the Great Salt Plains. When we look at the map, we see that the state of Oklahoma has no coastline. However, Oklahoma's coastline is longer than the combined coastlines of the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico coasts of the United States. You won't believe it, but Oklahoma's coastline is approximately 55,600 miles long. The total coastline of our country is 15,000 miles. Comparing the two, this is an incredible record for Oklahoma. There is an important detail here. Almost all of these coastlines are located inland. Here's an interesting question for you. Did you know that right in the middle of the American landscape, on a flat plain, there is a fault line visible to the naked eye? And this fault line is in the state of Oklahoma. I'm talking about the Mears Fault. Oklahoma is known for its tornadoes, but we shouldn't forget that the Mears Fault also causes earthquakes. When we think of a town that has been erased from the map of America, the Wild West immediately comes to mind. But this time, the situation is different. In the early 1900s, it was one of the world's largest centers for lead and zinc production, and one of the richest places in America. The name of our town is Picher. Due to environmental and health issues, Picher was officially declared a ghost town in 2009. Picher became the town that vanished from the map of Oklahoma. Imagine driving through the middle of Oklahoma, across the flat, open plains. Everything is ordinary and normal until you see the light-emitting hills in the distance. Yes, you heard right, light-emitting hills. These are glass mountains. What sets them apart from normal mountains is that they reflect light. They reflect the light that hits them because they are covered in selenite gypsum crystals. That's why we call them glass mountains. I don't know if you've read Jules Verne's book, Journey to the Center of the Earth, but I recommend you do. It's a magnificent work for adventure lovers. In 1974, the Bertha Rogers Well was drilled in western Oklahoma. The engineers who designed the project to drill the 6-mile deep well may have been inspired by Jules Verne's work. In Oklahoma, this well is the place where mankind has come closest to the Earth's crust. Imagine a cave whose walls are not hard, cold, and gray. Its walls are milky, white, and pink. If the walls were to come into contact with water, they would dissolve like sugar. The place I am referring to is Alabaster Cavern State Park in Oklahoma. The unique feature of this cave is that it is composed of the largest natural gypsum formation. Its formation took approximately 200 years to complete. When you hear the term Art Deco, which city comes to mind? New York or Chicago? Don't forget to write your answers in the comments. I don't know your answer, but a little-known fact is that we can also mention the city of Tulsa when talking about the Art Deco movement. Tulsa is one of the best preserved places in the world for this movement. The pictures you see are some of the most beautiful examples of the Art Deco movement in the city of Tulsa. Today, in the heart of the American landscape, we see farmland, roads, cities, and towns. 200 years ago, this was not the case. Almost all of Central America was covered with grass taller than a person. This type of ecosystem is called the tall grass prairie. The most beautiful preserved example of this ecosystem in the world today is found in the state of Oklahoma. Covering an area of 160 square kilometers, the grasses of this vast prairie can reach heights of up to 3 meters. Take a look at a map of America from above. Everything appears flat. However, right through the middle of the state of Oklahoma, there is a natural barrier that has stopped people for centuries, slowed down armies. This barrier is neither a mountain nor a river. It is simply a forest. This natural barrier is cross timbers. The state borders in our country are clear and unchanging. They are as straight as if drawn with a ruler. However, there is one border that defies this. This border is the Red River. Because the Red River changes its course, the border between Oklahoma and Texas is constantly shifting. If you look closely at a map of America, everything appears to be one country. However, there is an imaginary line that runs through the state of Oklahoma. This imaginary line divides the continent into 2 different worlds. It is invisible on the map, but it can be seen in nature. The name of this line is the 98th meridian. Approximately 450 million years ago, a massive meteorite struck the very heart of what is now the state of Oklahoma. It caused extensive damage both above and below ground. The name of this invisible meteorite is Ames Crater. As you know, the state of Oklahoma has no coastline. However, it does have one port. Yes, you heard that right. In fact, this port connects the state to the ocean. This inland port is the Tulsa port of Catoosa. It is located far from the sea, but it is an inland port connected to the ocean. At the far northwestern tip of the state, at the end of the panhandle, there is a place. This is the highest point in the state. Normally, the highest points are mountains, but this is not a mountain. It is a volcanic plateau. Its name is Black Mesa. We've learned 17 crazy geography facts about Oklahoma. If you want to learn 17 crazy geography facts about New Jersey, you can watch the video on the screen.